everyone, welcome back to Curious Bytes. In the last video, we had talked about what PSU actually is and why CS and IT engineers should stop ignoring these tier 1 jobs. And a lot of you commented PSU on the video and asked me to cover this next. So here it is. So today I'm going to give you top government organizations and PSUs that actually hire CS and IT engineers. And not just the name, we are going to go deep. For each one, you will get what's the salary they offer, when their notifications usually come, how many seats open up, how can you get in, what roles are offered. And because reading a notification is one thing, but hearing it from someone who's living it is another, I personally reached out to people working in these organizations and I'm going to show you their real answers and their real experience. So stay till the end. This one is one of the most useful videos which I have made. So before we start, a quick note. First one is a lot of PSUs hired through GATE, and there are some which directly conduct their individual exams as well. So preparing for GATE and acing in GATE exam doesn't just land you into top IITs, but it opens doors for these jobs as well. And second one is some PSUs open applications even before the GATE results are out. And if these jobs, PSUs and top government jobs are your target, it is very important to stay in track with what all notifications are out. So take a note of whenever in the year your dream organization publishes the notification for recruitment, or you can simply bookmark curiousbytes.in/PSUs. We update it daily. We have a dedicated team for it with all the ongoing PSU recruitments for CSIT with official notification links to apply, and all the other important details. All right, let's get into it. So the first organization is ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. ISRO hires CS and IT engineers to work on satellite software, mission control systems, data processing, and space tech. The notification month for ISRO is not fixed. They hire for the post of Scientific Engineer SC, and the pay level is pay level 10, that is starting basic salary of 56,100. The selection criteria for ISRO is a separate computer-based test followed by an interview. And for ISRO, we have the real experience of Vikrant Johar, who has joined ISRO as an AI scientist in 2025.
I have secured an all-India rank of 1 in ISRO ICRP examination, completed my master's from IIT Kanpur. With a perfect 10 CGPA, I was ranked number 1 in IIT Kanpur, so I also received the gold medal of IIT Kanpur. ISRO का सपना साकार करने के दो मेन रास्ते हैं. सबसे पहले through ISRO ICRP examination, in which firstly written test happens followed by an interview. दूसरा जय माता दी रास्ता है through GATE. Firstly, shortlisting is based on your GATE score followed by an interview. Specifically work in developing models and algorithms for satellite applications. जो भी काम करते हैं इसरो में वो लाखों करोड़ों जिंदगियों पर असर डालता है, तो इसको सोचकर ही मेरे को मजा आ जाता है. दूसरा गुरुदेव, जब हम लोग रॉकेट को टीवी में तो बहुत देखा है, मगर जब हम लोग असलियत में रॉकेट को देखते हैं तो उसका थ्रस्ट जब प्रोड्यूस करता है, हम लोग उसको छू के जब देखते हैं तो उसका जो स्वाद होता है वो अल्टीमेट होता है गुरुदेव. अगर आपको सच में रिसर्च में इंटरेस्ट है, आप किसी पर्टिकुलर फील्ड में रिसर्च करना चाहते हैं, कोई न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी क्वांटम है तो उस पर आप छोटा सा पायलट प्रोजेक्ट बनाना चाहते हैं, या कोई पर्टिकुलर न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी है उस पर काम करना चाहते हैं, तो आप फुल्ली फ्री हैं इसरो में काम करने के लिए. तो आप रिसर्च की तरफ इंक्लाइंड है तो प्लीज इसरो को जरूर ज्वाइन कीजिए. और चौथा मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट है कि आप चाहे बस में जाएं, ट्रेन में जाएं, हवाई जहाज में जाएं, अगर आप किसी को भी बता देंगे कि आप इसरो में काम करते हैं तो गवर्नमेंट जॉब का तो वो होता ही है, मगर जो एक अंदर से नेशन की प्राइड की रिस्पेक्ट आती है वो अलग ही रहती है गुरुदेव. और पांचवा इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट है कि आप जब भी घर वालों की शादी वगैरह में जाते हैं या घर वालों के फंक्शंस में जाते हैं तो अलग लेवल की इज्जत मिलती है जो मेरे को तो बहुत अच्छी लगती है.
Now, before we go to the next organization, let's clear up some common confusion about government salaries. So when a government notification lists a basic pay of pay level 10, that is 56,100, it's not the in-hand salary. Basic salary is just part of an in-hand salary, and there's additional dearness allowance, house rent allowance, and other perks. So roughly, a basic pay of 56,100 actually translates to a starting salary of in-hand 1 lakh per month or a little above. Moving on to the next organization, NIC, National Informatics Center. NIC is a scientific organization under the Ministry of Electronics and IT. They build and manage the digital backbone of the country, including e-governance portals, passport systems, and national database. So based on the last notification, The notification month is around March. They hire for the post of Scientist B and the pay level is 6, that is basic salary starting from 36,000. The selection criteria for an IC was valid gate scores based on the last notification. And there were vacancies for CS, EC and DA and total 168 vacancies came out for the CS. The selection process was based on shortlisting based on the gate score followed by an interview. Third organization, DRDO, Defense Research and Development Organization. DRDO comes under the Ministry of Defense and they recruit CS engineers to work on cybersecurity, AI models, drone software and military computing. So based on the last notification, the notification comes around the month of May. The post offered is Scientist B and the pay is same as ISRO, pay level 10, that is a basic salary of 56,100. The selection criteria is based on valid gate score followed by an interview and based on the last notification there were 34 vacancies for the CS stream. Next, moving on to a PSU, BEL, Bharat Electronics Limited, which is a Navratna PSU. It also comes under the Ministry of Defense. Based on the last official notification, the notification came around the month of October. The role offered was probationary engineer and the pay offered was 40,000 to 1,40,000 basic salary. The selection criteria here was based on a computer-based test followed by an interview. There were openings for several streams and the number of vacancies for CS were 42. So for BEL, I spoke to Shashwat Dubey who joined BEL as a member research staff via campus placement. So here's what he shared. He mentioned that his day-to-day role is handling software development, system integration, debugging, and deployment of defense projects. His salary includes solid medical and retirement benefits, and he's having a great work-life balance. There is flexible entry timing up to 10 a.m. and overall work is relaxed except during critical deadlines. Next, moving on to another PSU, PGCIL, Power Grid Corporation of India. Power Grid is a Maharatna PSU under Ministry of Power. It manages India's national electricity grid and large-scale data transmission system. Based on the last notification came around the month of September. The role offered was engineering trainee and the pay offered was 11 LPA CTC during the training period and after absorption 22 LPA CTC. Selection criteria was based on valid gate score followed by a group discussion and a personal interview. For Power Grid, we have experience of Shobhit Pal who has been working as executive engineer in Power Grid since 2023.
अपने गेट दे दिया तो वो जस्ट एक आधी लड़ाई हुई, मतलब तुमने 50% ही पहुंचे हो भी. नेक्स्ट 50% पहुंचने के लिए तुम्हें 3 राउंड्स और क्लियर करने पड़ेंगे जिसमें सबसे पहले तुम्हारा होता है ग्रुप डिस्कशन. सो ग्रुप डिस्कशन का वेटेज कम होता है बट इट्स अ क्वालिफाइंग नेचर, मतलब उसका 3% होता है मतलब आपके उसमें वेटेज में, बट इट इज क्वालिफाइंग. जीडी के बाद फिर अपन आते हैं उसमें इंटरव्यू में, तो इंटरव्यू में 12% होता है बट इट्स अ क्वालिफाइंग नेचर और वो कहने के लिए 12% है बट वही डिसाइड करते हैं कि आप सिलेक्ट हो गए या रिजेक्ट हो गए. उसमें क्वालिफाइंग परसेंटेज जो होता है 40% होता है, मतलब वो 100 मार्क्स में से यू हैव टू स्कोर 40 मार्क्स. फिर इसके बाद फिर मेडिकल होता है. मेडिकल भी नॉर्मल, आपको जैसी प्रॉब्लम नहीं होनी चाहिए, एबनॉर्मलिटीज कुछ नहीं होनी चाहिए, बीएमआई वगैरह ठीक होना चाहिए. उसका आपको टाइम मिलता है, ऐसा नहीं है, मतलब वो आप 45 दिन का टाइम मिलता है, उसमें आप ठीक ठाक कर. तो ये पूरा होता है. एक बार आप घुस गए उसके बाद फिर आप अगर गेट के थ्रू घुसे हो तो लाइक इन 15-20 ईयर्स यू विल बी द लाइक चीफ जनरल मैनेजर्स, या अगर बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस रहा तो आप डायरेक्टर लेवल तक बन के फिर रिटायर्ड हो गए. मतलब गेट से जो घुसता है वो सीजीएम और जीएम से नीचे तो नहीं होता रिटायर्ड, मतलब बहुत अच्छी पोजीशन पे जाके रिटायर्ड होता है. उस लेवल पे इतने पर्क्स एंड बेनिफिट मिलते हैं, बंगलोज वगैरह मिलते हैं, ये सब मिलते हैं. मेरी तो मेनली मीटिंग्स ही होती है बस. ऑब्वियसली जो टेक्निकल काम होता है ना, वो बैठ के कुछ ऐसा डेवलप करना है, वो मेरे पास टीम है, मैं उनसे करवाता हूँ, बट मेरी तो मीटिंग्स ही होती है. लाइक जो मिनिस्टर्स हो गए और उनके साथ हो गए, एडिशनल सेक्रेटरीज हो गए, इन सबके साथ. तो उनके जो सोल्यूशंस, मतलब जो वो सुझाव करते हैं कि इस तरीके से इसको इम्प्लीमेंट कराओ, तो फिर मेरे को अपना उसको सोच के फिर अपनी टीम को बैठाना है, वो टीम उनसे ऐसे कोऑर्डिनेट करेगी. तो इस टाइप से अच्छा टेक्नो मैनेजरल काम, टेक्निकल काम करोगे ऑब्वियसली, बट वो 1-2 साल तक ही. उसके बाद फिर पूरा तुम्हारे जूनियर आ जाएंगे, तुम्हें पूरा उनको पूरा वो करना है. आपको मतलब सारे पर्क्स वगैरह मिल रहे हैं, ठीक है, लैपटॉप, मोबाइल अलाउंस, मतलब इतने सारे अलाउंस है कि आप क्लेम भी नहीं कर पाओगे. मतलब तो बहुत सारे अलाउंसेस है यहाँ, मतलब मैं गिलाने लग जाऊंगा तो 30-40 अलाउंसेस है, स्पेक्टिकल अलाउंस, मोबाइल अलाउंस. तो यहाँ पे ना लाइक जैसे मैं इंजीनियर हूँ तो 3 इयर्स बाद असिस्टेंट मैनेजर बन जाऊंगा, फिर 3 ईयर बाद डिप्टी मैनेजर. तो ये फिक्स है एक सर्टन लेवल तक, मतलब लेट से शायद द चीफ मैनेजर तक आप 3-3 साल में आप प्रमोट हो ही जाओ. उसके बाद फिर इंटरव्यू होते हैं, और इंटरव्यू में फिर आपने जो 10 साल 7-8 साल में जो काम किया हुआ है उसी पे होता है मतलब.
And this is not it. I had a detailed, very long conversation conversation with Shobhit on his honest opinions about PSU job and his life at Power Grid. So if you want me to post the entire conversation as next video, do comment Power Grid down the way. Moving on to the next PSU, HPCL, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited, which is again a Maharatna PSU. It hires CS and IT engineers to manage enterprise systems, digital pipelines, and plant IT infrastructure. Based on the last official notification was released in the month of February. The roles offered were officer and assistant manager. The pay offered was 50k to 1,60,000 basic salary for officer position, 80,000 to 2,20,000 for manager, and 90,000 to 2,40,000 for senior manager. The selection process was based on computer-based test followed by personal interview, and the vacancies which came out for the CS were around 40. And for HPCL, we have two real employee experience. The first one is Ishan Lakhera. He joined HPCL through campus placements and he's currently working in pipeline operations. So for his day-to-day work, he manages operational planning, maintenance, vendor coordination, and documentation. He mentioned his work-life balance is great with weekly offs, though he also mentioned that during emergency maintenance, there can be demand for extra hours. Next is Abhay Kumar, who joined as Junior Executive Officer at the Ajmer LPG plant through an open examination. And based on his honest opinion, it was initially tough for him to settle into plant operations and shift timing. However, he emphasized that the growth opportunities he gets are great and there are a lot of perks involved along with the salary. The last PSU which we'll be talking about is CIL Coal India Limited. Again, this is a Maharatna PSU and world's largest coal producer. So based on the last notification which came out in March, the post offered was management trainee and the pay offered was a basic salary of 60,000 to 1,80,000. The selection criteria for CIL was only and entirely based on one computer-based test. There were multiple eligible engineering streams and the number of openings for CSIT were 43. For CIL, I spoke to Adarsh Singh, who has joined as management trainee in systems department, who prepared for GATE and cleared several exams. He's currently posted in the coal washery in Jharkhand. He mentioned that posting location can often be remote areas. Like currently for him, he's 30 kilometers away from the nearest major city. However, he mentioned that there are great perks, complete job security, guaranteed leaves, performance bonuses and allowances for mobile phones and laptops, and even a few allowances for travel which make up for the remote area. The key advice which he gave is that in PSU, life is good, but you have to keep your expectations a little lower regarding city life. So this is your complete breakdown of top government research institutes and PSUs hiring CS and IT engineers. A few hire via GATE while some conduct different selection examinations. There are different pay scales and locations, but all providing long-term career stability and high job security. So if these are your goal, if you want to crack these, you need to do two things. First, you need to take GATE very seriously because even if there is a separate exam, the syllabus aligns a lot with the GATE exam. And second, you need to track the notifications early for each PSU. And for both these things, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Instagram and bookmark the Curious Bytes website because we post GATE strategies, all the PSU notifications and a lot of resources for preparing for GATE CS like the QOTD series on Curious Bytes website where you can practice one question daily and the cheat sheets for each subject which are going to come very soon. Let me know in the comments which is the target organization you are aiming for and maybe I'll cover in-depth experience for that organization in my upcoming videos. Until next time, stay curious and keep progressing.